It's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as the world of antiques. You've got a beloved family heirloom, something you've cherished and maybe even polished for years, and you bring it to an expert with a glimmer of hope in your eye. You've heard whispers of its potential worth, maybe even had a friend say, "That's got to be worth a fortune." The anticipation builds, and then, the bubble bursts. That's exactly what happened to one couple on a classic episode of Antiques Roadshow. They arrived with a stunning piece, a beautiful table that had been a part of their lives for years. This wasn't just any table, it was a late Georgian/Regency era piece, crafted from mahogany back in the 1820s. Just the sound of that gets a history buff's heart racing, doesn't it? The expert on hand, Hugh Scully, initially shared that excitement. He saw a piece with history, with stories etched into its wood. It was an uncommon find, and you could almost feel his enthusiasm through the screen. But as any good detective knows, the devil is in the details, and the closer Hugh looked, the more his initial excitement started to fade. Two things stood out, two seemingly small flaws that would end up making a massive difference. First, the wood had a severe case of sun damage. We've all seen it, that pale, washed-out look that happens when a piece sits in a sunny spot for too long. But the second issue was far more serious, a truly crushing blow to the table's value. At some point in its life, a leather surface had been added to the tabletop. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just a leather top. But for an antique, that kind of alteration is a cardinal sin. The couple, perhaps sensing something was off, even admitted they were a bit skeptical about a previous appraisal that had put the table's worth at a staggering £35,000. When they mentioned that figure, Hugh's response was a punch to the gut. "That is too much, I'm afraid," he said with a frankness that left no room for hope. He then delivered the hard truth. Somebody has, I'm afraid, made a big mistake with this. This was never designed to have a leather top. Imagine that moment. All the hopes, all the dreams of what that table could do for them. Maybe a down payment on a house, a life-changing vacation, or just a nice nest egg, disappearing in an instant. The reason for the drastic drop in value was simple but devastating. To install that leather top, the original mahogany surface had been carved into. The structural integrity of a 200-year-old masterpiece was compromised. Hugh explained the gravity of the situation. "That is going to make a huge difference to the value." He continued, "I'm afraid I've already taken quite a bit off your £35,000 as a result of that. It's a tough lesson, one that any antique owner needs to hear. Every scratch, every stain tells a story, but sometimes a well-intentioned improvement can do irreparable harm." But even with the massive downgrade, Hugh still had a deep appreciation for the table itself. He wasn't just a number cruncher, he was a lover of history and craftsmanship. He praised the quality of the mahogany and the table's historical significance, and most importantly, he acknowledged how much the couple clearly treasured it. That's the heart of the show, isn't it? It's not just about the money, it's about the stories and the emotional connection we have to these old things. Then came the moment of truth. The new number. Hugh had to reevaluate the piece from the ground up. The crushing new reality. Minimum of £10,000, possibly £12,000 is more realistic, he confessed. While a £12,000 appraisal is a far cry from £35,000, it's still a significant amount of money. The real kicker came when Hugh asked the couple what they originally paid for it. The answer: a mere £600. Let that sink in for a minute. Even with the mistake and the dramatically reduced value, the couple was still looking at a profit of over £11,000. While it might not have been the life-changing jackpot they had envisioned, it was still an incredible return on their initial investment. The table, despite its flaws, was still a treasure. This segment, which originally aired back in 1999, became a timeless reminder for antique enthusiasts everywhere. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of altering old pieces. As one viewer aptly put it online, furniture was made to be used and to have wear and tear on it. The fact it has survived this long makes it invaluable for someone's collection at home or office to be continually useful still. Another person praised how the whole situation was handled, highlighting that both the expert and the couple managed the reveal with grace and positivity. As the expert himself pointed out, they were enjoying it. And that's a value that money can't buy. At the end of the day, this story is about more than just a table and a number. It's a powerful reminder that while we all dream of hitting the